I'm Andy with Competitive Cyclist, and these are Kraft's Active Comfort and Active Extreme 2.0 base layers. Let's start with the obvious. Kraft is the gold standard, the benchmark by which all other base layers are measured, and every active apparel maker on earth has been chasing Kraft for decades. I've got a drawer full of just about everything they've ever made, along with base layers from everybody else, and the stuff I got 7 or 8 years ago from Kraft is still a cut above. So I was pretty psyched when the new Active Comfort and Active Extreme gear showed up. I got a short sleeve version of each one, and while they serve different purposes, I can tell you that regardless of the application, Kraft has once again raised the bar for base layer performance, fit, and comfort. The Active Comfort is a pretty revolutionary product because they've never really made a non-elite level base layer. It's a great crossover top, perfect for cycling or anything else. Like all Kraft base layers, it's almost completely seamless, but this one has a semi-relaxed fit, so it can accommodate a broader range of physiques. It's still a highly technical garment, made from 70% polyester and 30% polyamide, which is a synthetic material with wool-like properties. It retains heat when wet and wicks and dries very quickly. And Kraft's body mapping construction ensures it works extra hard where it needs to. But the best thing about it is how incredibly soft it is. It's silky enough to sleep in. The Active Extreme 2.0 is a completely different beast. It was designed in partnership with elite athletes who needed a first layer that worked really hard when their engines were running at max output. It's the base layer you'll find under long sleeve jerseys at Cold Spring Classics, Olympic Nordic ski events, and under the skin suits of speed skaters and pro cyclocross racers. If you took a microscope to the fabric, you'd see a propeller-like shape, and that's the calling card of Coolmax Air, an advanced textile that only a few brands are utilizing. Now, the little propellers don't spin, of course, but they do provide a much faster evaporative cooling effect. And it's knit in a way that creates small air channels between you and the fabric to trap heat while you're in the red zone on a cold day. In light of this, the Active Extreme 2.0 is meant to fit very close to the body, which it accomplishes via a seamless torso, and because it's completely Lycra-free, it's not compressive or restrictive. Kraft also folds in their summer weight superlight mesh under the arms and at the cuffs, which is a nice detail because that's typically an area that has a lot of garments intersecting and overlapping. Between the two, I found myself reaching for the Active Extreme more often. Mostly because it's been like 20 years since I lifted a weight or wailed on my pecs, and the Active Comfort was a touch too loose in the chest for cycling. But for a quick trail run or hike on a cool morning, I was throwing on the Active Comfort and tended to keep it on for the rest of the day. When it comes to temperature range though, I think the Active Extreme has it beat. I used it under short sleeve jerseys on 50-degree mornings and still felt comfortable when the temperature went above 70. And when I used it on colder mornings under a long sleeve jersey, I didn't feel too warm. I think you'll find that it's ideal because you can wear it much earlier and much later in the year. If you have questions about Kraft base layers, please give us a call or send an email to sales@competitivecyclist.com.